Turn this shit up better. Come on in, family. Let me know when y'all in here. Got a nice little topic for us today. Which I will wait till I get some people coming in. Make sure y'all hit like as y'all come into the room. We're going to talk about 6 signs or 6 things that a narcissist does to you to turn you into the angry abuser. Okay, come on in, family. We're gonna have a dope little build. Josephine, peace to you. Welcome in. Uh, Miss Crawford, welcome in. Darling, peace to you. Samantha, what's up? Hope everybody's doing amazing so far. Narcissism, hot topic, right? Everybody seems to know one. Everybody seems to be able to diagnose them. I'm not going to be talking to you today about how to diagnose one. I'm going to show you guys some narcissistic tactics that would turn you into an abuser. Now, a person may give you every last one of these. There's 6 of them. A person may display all of these, and it still may not make them a narcissist. So I'm not attempting to diagnose anybody, okay? But I just want to get into the feeling that you feel when you're calling someone a narcissist, or right when you're about to explode in your relationship. It could be a friendship, it can be whatever, any interaction with you and another person. You can see these traits, these tactics display themselves. Often, when you're trying to have a conversation with them, something comes up where you have to have a serious dialogue about an issue. You can see these tactics be deployed. Okay, so we're going to talk about what they are. What's up with you, CDX? What's up with you, Rob? Samantha and Sly? I think I spoke to you guys already. I'll speak to you guys as you come into the room. What's that button right there? Hang on, the button. Uh, at least 1 minute of video is needed to start a highlight. Oh, okay. So you can do highlights from. That's pretty dope. Really wish I could prop my phone up. Bro, look like the only man on earth that celebrates Kwanzaa. Okay, okay, okay. Clever, clever, clever. Was it the Koofy? Top of the morning, Rob J. Was it the Crown? Was it the Crown Man? Was it the Crown Swagness Carlson? So listen, guys, I'm gonna talk to you about this, okay? Narcissism, all right? Uh, they say narcissists are not born, right? They are made through interactions, normally in their earlier years, right? They're likely those children who grew up not getting what they needed from their household, not getting the attention they needed, not getting the validation they needed, the affirmation that they needed, right? And so they learn to navigate the world by using tactics. Now, keep in mind, doesn't make them evil. It's just how they learn to communicate. Okay, salam, salam, brother. I'm Muslim. To send my blessing all the way from Cape Town. Salam, King. All right, so check this out, family. You got um, um, the young child learning to communicate in an environment where they don't have the validation that they need. Right? Appreciate that, Demarcus. They don't have the validation that they need. Right? So they find a way to get it. Right? Often you'll see a child cry for what they want, cut a tantrum. Right? Appear to be really sad when they're not. Right? Can I have some ice cream? And you got to teach them this early on. You don't have to ask like that. You don't got to pout to get it, right? And if you don't teach them this, they'll continue to use their emotions to get what they want. Now they're being sincere because this is how they got what they wanted. So if that works the first time, they're gonna do that again. Okay? Doesn't mean they're a bad person. That's just how they've learned to communicate, and that's what you respond to as a parent. Okay? So they're learning you, and they're going to use however they communicate with you on the world. So that type of child will grow up getting a pity party from people, just like they did from you, right? And then now people will see them as manipulative and using their emotions to move people. When, in all sense of it, man, it's that's how they learn to communicate. So I think that's just one example. But I think what happens with the narcissist is the term has gotten to the point to where it's used as an insult, and it's done so much that we feel like the narcissist should be able to be insulted, mistreated, spoken down to, and that's why we can shout this. You're a narcissist. In other words, if they are a narcissist, then they deserve whatever punishment you're about to give them. But that's not the right way to look at it, family. Okay? The narcissist is not at fault for being a narcissist. They are that way due to how they were raised. So should you mistreat a narcissist or learn how to navigate them? Now, people talk about going no contact from a narcissist. You must once you realize that they are that toxic type of narcissist, right? NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. Now, once you get that, it still doesn't mean beat the person up because likely they can't help who they are. They need to go get therapy for that. But you should separate yourself to protect yourself, okay? But I want to talk to you guys today about what it may look like if you're arguing with a narcissist or someone who displays narcissistic traits, okay? Again, your first instinct is going to be to make this person the bad guy, but they may be actually being very genuine, um, and it just may drive you crazy, okay? Um, which is not a bad thing, but they only know how to react like a woman. Indeed. They only know how to react to their environment, the way they was trained to speak, or the way they was trained to, yeah, communicate. I'm schizophrenic, and I have a. Come on now, come on, Slow Rogan. Slow Rogan is funny, man. It should have been Ro Jogan. Ro Jogan is funny, man. He called me narcissist and said I didn't respect him. Yet it was okay for him to hit me while I was 6 months pregnant. It's not the first time he's left me with black eyes or bruises. Now, am I? That's probably my first one. I'm sorry that happened to you, by the way. That's probably my first thing, okay, that I'm going to talk about. And you'll see, hang on tight. People use that term on people that have offended them in some way. They will also ignore the same behavior in themselves. Absolutely right. Or other people that they like, right? The shadow people are in my walls. Mine too. Mine too, Joe. That's slow road. I know exactly what you mean. I wonder if it's the same shadow people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Azad. Krishna, man. It's Krishna and Azad. Krishna, you Hindu? Slow Rogan. We're trying to have a serious conversation here. We will. We will. They can't stop it. They can't break this up, Marcus. Trust me. I can have fun with Slow Rogan and give you guys this information. Okay, but how does that contribute to this combo? It don't. It don't. But I can multitask. So check this out, family. You're talking to a person about an issue, right? That conversation tends to get out of hand, tends to blow up, become way worse than what it was. Now you guys are angry about way more than what it was about, and often it's a blow up when it shouldn't have been. Why is that? Why can't we have a decent conversation? Why is everything being flipped on me? Why am I being gaslit? That's another hot button word, right? Why is uh, why don't they respect me, right? Why does there always have to be something, right? We're gonna talk about it. Appreciate that, Jody. Okay, now Tawari, now we're getting crazy now. Yeah, they're gonna always be some trolls, man. I always say there's always gonna be naysayers, scoffers, trolls, mockers. Let them do their thing. I once saved a dying man's life because I had my healing crystals on me. Shout out to Fool's Gold. Shout out to uh, all the the stones. All right. So guys, let's get into it. The number one thing that a person who displaying narcissistic tendencies will do is project. They often accuse you of exactly what they are doing. Now, they may accuse you of this before you even tell them that this is an issue, but often what happens is when you tell them you have an issue with them, they'll flip it and they had that issue with you all along. Now, you didn't find out that they had an issue with you though until you brought one to them, and this is where it feels um, like you've been betrayed in a sense, right? You've been smiling in my face. Everything was cool until I tell you I have an issue, and now you don't want to talk about the issue I'm bringing you, but you rather talk about the one that you're bringing me, which is the one that I'm bringing you, right? And it seems dismissive. It's like, let's not talk about what I did to you. Let's talk about what you did to me, right? I feel like you hadn't been, feel like you're not supportive of me, right? Feel like you're not supportive of me. Well, I feel like you're not supportive of me. Okay, but can we talk about why I feel you're not supportive to me first, right? Now, how it works. You have to deal with their issue, even though you can't do them first, right? Um, Projection involves the narcissist accusing you of the very behavior that they're actually doing to you. Now, here's an example. Male narcissist. A man who is cheating will accuse his partner of being secretive with her phone, okay? Being out too long. Where was she? Now, of course, this stems from him cheating. If he can get away with it, maybe she is too, right? And so often what that'll come off as is a very controlling nature. Where are you? This, now, ladies, this is if you've done nothing to violate this man's trust. Okay, if you violate this man's trust, you should know damn well why this is happening. If you've done something to violate his trust, caught texting another person, out cheating with a person, flirting, not where you were supposed to be, and now you act like he's controlling, you are the narcissist. Okay, you are the narcissist. He's controlling. Have you ever caught you doing some shit you shouldn't have been doing? Okay, then you the problem because you're acting like him being nervous about you or not being secure about you and your movements is him doing something to you. You the victim. That's crazy, right? Now, I channel a little bit about a little bit about everything. Um, so again, if he's coming to you and you haven't given him a sign of it, it could be linked to his past, something he hasn't healed from. But again, this is toxic. Okay, this is toxic. That type of relationship is just at a disadvantage because it leaves one person constantly trying to prove themselves to another. Each and every little thing will always be taken out of context and be seen as something to question trust for you. Okay, that'll mess the relationship totally up. So whether they're cheating or not, whether they're just overly sensitive due to being cheated on themselves, it creates a terrible, terrible environment for your relationship to really blossom in. So it ain't so much about are they a narcissist, it's just that that behavior isn't right. But likely, it's narcissistic behavior. Example of a female narcissist, right? She's actually neglecting you, right? You come to her, you talk to her about it, and she finds every reason to make it like you're the one not neglect, not that's neglecting her. So she'll find all these different times where you didn't show up for her without ever mentioning why she didn't show up for you. Or she'll say that's why she didn't show up for you. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Sammy boy, we on the same page, brother, but don't let the hat fool you. Uh, when you're dealing with this family, stay grounded in the facts. Try and create rules to how you guys engage. Say to your partner, whoever comes to the other one first with an issue gets that issue resolved first. We can move on to the next issue, but the one who swallows their pride, okay, humbles themselves, and goes to their partner willing to have this difficult conversation deserves to have it heard out first. Let's agree on that. Create rules because they may try and always dominate that by trying to act like they can flip it on you, right? My lady kills me with that, knowing she's wrong. It pisses me off. It's due to a lack of development. Being accountable to what you did wrong to somebody is often very difficult. And based on how they grew up, their parents may have not gotten them used to that, may have not often confronted them with issues and made them challenge them face on. They often let them get out of something. Now, when you're a child, the way this happens is your mom or daddy comes to you with an issue. You do a whole bunch of whining, act like it didn't go your way, and eventually your parents let off. They don't want to go there with you. And so if you can get away from your parents by doing all of that, that's the language you learn. So you start to use that on your partners in your life. You understand? Another one is gaslight. Again, hot topic word. Twisting facts to make you question your reality. So you can seem irrational, unstable, overly sensitive, hyperbolic, something, controlling, mad. They'll do anything to try and make you seem like something so they don't have to deal with the actual dialogue. Okay. Um, they'll manipulate your perception of facts. Let's say then you tell them, when you said this to me, I took it as disrespectful, right? They'll go, I didn't say that to you. Now you know damn well you heard them say that, right? But they'll say they didn't say that. So instead of dealing with the fact that what they said disrespected you, now you have to argue about if they said that or not. And they are never going to be done said a thing that you know they said. So to relieve themselves of guilt, they didn't say it rather than just simply apologizing for saying the thing or doing the thing. Okay. Um, a female narcissist is more prone to doing that. A male narcissist is more prone to shouting at his wife whenever she has an issue. Like, damn, here we go again. It's always something. Why you always whining? Why you always nagging? Even if you feel like she's nagging, doesn't give you a right to treat her that way. And what that would do is discourage her from telling you when something's wrong, so she'll begin to feel unheard. Okay, you may actually feel like she's nagging. You may have had a mother or father who was constantly, and now since you're grown, you feel to yourself, I don't got to take that no more. But that made you a narcissist or have a narcissistic trait in a sense that now you don't hear your partner because you feel like now I don't have to hear it um, said in a way I don't want to, or said at a time that I don't want to, as many times, whatever the case may be. Okay, women may say it's your tone, it's the way you said it, and make the man question how he sounded. I said that to you normal. It was normal conversation. I wasn't yelling at you. I didn't have an attitude. Yes, you did. You didn't have to talk to me like that. You didn't have to say it like that. They call it tone policing, right? Men will be like, you overly sensitive. Like, why you taking it so serious? Like, get out your emotions, man. They'll typically use logic to invalidate your emotion. I feel this way, but you shouldn't feel that way because if you look at it logically, you shouldn't be, instead of saying, I understand how you feel, love. Both people may actually feel that they're right, but what they're doing is neglecting their partner's feelings because they feel they're nagging, or neglecting their partner's feelings because you think their tone wasn't right. Either way, it happens. Peace to you, sis. Miss Foster's family value. That's my kid sister. Give her a follow. The next one, y'all gonna hate this one. Smear campaigns. Smear campaigns. This often happens right after an argument with a narcissistic person, narcissistic spouse or partner. Right after an argument with them, you're telling them they're wrong. They have this incessant need to be right, so they have to go somewhere to be right. Typically, their friends, their family members, could be even people that you know that they trust to tell this to that won't take it back. They'll go say what happened between you guys in a way that makes them seem right just to get validation. You don't get a horse in the race. You don't get to give your opinion on the matter. It's just they go around creating this whole thing for you. And they may not be doing it to try and ruin your name. They may be doing it just to get validation. But the result is the same. Miss Ebony says, my favorite saying is, why are you so loud? Right. Why are you so loud? Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? They can make sense but cannot articulate. This is why they trade details for shock value. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the narcissist will spread lies, or the person with these traits will spread lies to others, painting you as the villain in the relationship. So it happens right after a bad argument or when they feel like the relationship's about to end. Typically, women will do this when relationships are about to end because it's often difficult for women to accept that they weren't wanted anymore. That when they get out of a relationship, for the man to have not wanted them anymore makes them feel away. So often they need to paint him as the bad person and they didn't want him anymore. Something about the ending of a relationship makes women feel highly discarded, where men don't typically feel this way. Okay? So men don't typically paint lies about the woman to make it seem like he was living in a hell just to make the world understand this is why I ain't with this person no more. Where women would feel prone to that. And I think it's likely because of the social judgment that is put on women. You should be in a relationship or you some type of loser. Where guys being single is not a flaw or a sign of failure at all. Where it's with a woman, it is. So for a woman, our relationship ended. Oh, why didn't he want you no more? Oh, I didn't want him no more. Let me tell you how horrible he was. That's just why I think that they're more prone to doing that. Men don't typically go gaslight and smear campaign a relationship right before it ends. Okay, so typically that's the woman who does that. Um, but the man will smear campaign by way of pretending she don't have a reason to be crazy. This is how he'll smear campaign. Yo, she crazy. She tripping for nothing. He knows he was cheating. He knows he was abusive. And I don't mean necessarily physically abusive. I mean abusive by cheating. Okay, she's caught him several times. Now she's crazy. Can't trust him. Call him every few minutes. And to his homeboys, he's kind of doing the same thing that she does to her homegirls. When she tells a story differently than how it happened to make him appear bad, so they can say, "Yeah, girl, he doing you wrong." What a man would do is go, "Yeah, she bugging, bro. I can't even leave the house for 5 minutes without her bugging, bro. Like she bugging." Yo, his homeboy be like, "Yeah, you just hitting it too good, bro. You can't give him all the pipe, bro." Yeah, I know, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stop doing it. I can't go all the way in. Man, you cheating. And she crazy because you made her crazy. Why don't you be honest? Well, since the other night we was out, bro. When I went where I was supposed to be, and she called you and you lied for me. She just really hadn't got over it. So I mean, she been calling me over and over. Every time I'm with you, she just can't really rest. I feel her, bro. I actually feel what she's saying. I'd hate to not trust my partner too. You should do better. You should stop lying to that woman. That's a good woman, bro. We could be that way. That makes sense. Number four, play the victim, and kind of three and four is about the same because you smear campaigning, and that is also kind of playing the victim because you're going to try and make them the villain, and if they the villain, you got to be the victim, right? Yeah, smash that like button, y'all. I appreciate that. Yeah, so you got to be the villain, right? So typically, a person with a narcissistic trait will exaggerate or fabricate their suffering to gain sympathy from people that they're trying to get the sympathy from. This helps them actually discredit you. Okay, um, they weaponize sympathy by presenting themselves as helpless or wronged. This deflects attention from their own toxic behavior. So if they mistreating you, they're going to tell you why they were wrong that gave them the excuse to do that. So they were the actual victim, even though they're seen victimizing you, right? Fastest. A woman may go online and insult this man. She may talk about his penis size. She may call him gay. She may say he's broke. She may hit on those factors because those are where a man gets his status from. So that's her go-to move. And she'll do this from the victim position because this man must have hurt her, right? But that action, guys, is actually verbal abuse. So we'll look at that woman who's doing that and say, yeah, she's hurt. She's just getting her pain out. But in all actuality, it's verbal abuse. Do you see what I'm saying? Does this make any sense? Now, a man who's been cheating on his wife, right? He go, well, you don't ever pay me attention, right? You don't never touch me. You don't never let me touch you. And while that may make sense, what he should have done was ended the relationship before he pursued another person. But he didn't. He cheated. So now he's telling you, well, I cheated because you wasn't giving me attention. You wasn't giving me affection. So yeah, you're the reason why he cheated, right? And you're like, it's my fault. I should have gave him attention. No, you've been played. No, he cheated because he wasn't mature enough to end that relationship with you. So he was going to keep you and then go betray you as well. So no, you were wrong in the relationship for denying him affection, but he's wrong in the relationship for stepping out. It's no excuse. He's wrong, but he'll gaslight you. He'll play the victim. And if you feel like you're wrong for that, I haven't been paying you attention. I haven't been supporting you. I haven't been. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you love her? No, baby, I don't love her. I promise. It was just, I just ain't been getting my time with you, baby. Okay, baby, well, we can fix it, baby. I promise you I'll do better. Now you're the one apologizing and making it up to this person. It can happen on the flip side. Man catches woman cheating. Well, you work a lot. You were never home. Oh, okay. So you cheated, and that's my fault. Oh, okay. Were you at least attracted to the guy? Oh, you were. Oh, okay. Huh? You like him? Oh, you do. Oh, okay. So don't blame me. You slept with who you wanted to sleep with. You're using that as an excuse. So you're going to weaponize me being at work to cheat on me, right? So I'm at work doing my job, providing for the family. And you at home cheating. And the reason you cheating is because I'm at work. Got it. And they be thinking they're right. They 100% believe they are correct. Leave the relationship. Don't have me taking care of you. Don't have me paying your bills. If I work too much and you're going to cheat on me as a result, get out from under my provisions and everything and go do what you got to do with that man. Let that man take care of you. Yeah, say those things on purpose because they know if you say a man is broke or small, that is a way to get another woman turned off. That's what they do. That's exactly what they're doing. But what they're doing is, Ebony, they get to say all that because you hurt them. See, that man hurt me, so I get to say, well, your penis was small anyway, and you were broke anyway, and that's how they do. You're breaking up with them because of something they did to you, right? Now they are online talking about how horrible you are. But if you were that horrible, why did they break up with you first? Can you cheat if you're poly? Yes, yes. Poly is still a very serious relationship. Um, um, if it's closed, okay. So some relationships are open, just like some monogamous relationships are open. Um, but if you're in a closed poly such as mine, me talking to other women without my wives knowing would be considered cheating. Yes, I still have to be disciplined. Number five, what is poly? Having more than one partner. Number five, emotional manipulation. Ooh, here we go. This is the good stuff. Because this is how babies learn to communicate. Wah, 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 right? Right? And you have to train your children to start using their words as they get older. Peace to you, Lakeisha Love. Hope you're doing well. Because if you don't, they'll continue to use their emotions to get what they want. And so they'll take that into being an adult. Can poly be two men and one woman? Yes, but it's called polygyny, or no, polyamory, or no, uh, one of them is called something else, but it's a derivative of poly. Okay, but yes, you can polyandry. Okay, good, thank you. I was right there. Polyandry. All right, so five emotional manipulations. Right, this is where the narcissist provokes a reaction from you using their emotions. Right, um, gaslights you using their emotions, manipulates you using their emotions, the whole nine yards. Okay, they could even claim your anger or frustration is actually abusive. Ebony said earlier, why are you yelling? So let's say you're trying to talk to your spouse. They keep over talking you. They keep insulting you. They keep doing something that's frustrating. So your voice escalates. And instead of noticing that you're frustrated is why your voice escalates, they go, why are you yelling? Why you raise your voice? Because you're over talking me, because you're insulting me. No, no. Lower your voice. Stop insulting me. Lower your voice. You're getting nowhere in this type of conversation, right? Your frustration becomes abusive to them. I'm sick of you mistreating me. Why are you yelling at me? Okay, the words I was yelling was, I'm sick of you mistreating me. Did you hear what I said? You're yelling at me. You're abusive. Oh, okay. Me yelling that I'm sick of you mistreating me is abusing you. Oh, okay. I got it. You can't talk to these people, man. They'll drive you up a wall. They push your buttons until you react. You start feeling like you're being played, you're being manipulated. Somebody's literally playing inside of your brain, that they don't care about you. That's how you begin to feel. And until you blow up, when you blow up, then that it's all your fault. How do you find the right queen when you're ready to be committed? You have to truly ask the right questions based on the tribe that you're trying to create as a man. Every man gets to create his own family, and he gets to pick the members of his family. So know what you want your family to look like, how you want your children to be, how you want them to be raised, and you find a woman to embody that. Don't try to change her and make her something she's not. You will know when you found your wife because she will embody your plan as a man. If you meet a woman, if you meet that woman before you have a plan, you're gonna simp. You're gonna do everything you can to buy her attention, and you're gonna go broke doing it, and you will never provide for her. You just go broke treating her because you will know you're not good enough. But if you got a plan for this woman, you won't go into it giving your resources away because you need the resources to take care of her, and you know it's not worthy. It's not worth it if she don't actually like you for you anyway, right? Because a wife ain't somebody who like you for your money. A wife is someone who's genuinely interested in you. She'll love her children because they look like you. Not be dreading they look like you because you know she only with you for your money. She don't see nothing in you really. If that makes sense. So back to the emotional manipulation, okay? They push your buttons to get you to react. Then they use your reactions as proof of your instability, right? Or your aggression. It's a classic trap to justify their claims against you. As soon as you react, I knew you was that way. I knew it was in you all along. A male narcissist, in this sense, may ignore your boundaries. Um, when you finally snap, he says, "You're so angry all the time. This is why I act the way I do. Because look at how you act. That's why I treat you like I do. Because look at how you act." But he poked and poked and poked at you. Knew he was getting up under your skin and kept doing it. Female narcissists will criticize you endlessly till you raise your voice out of frustration. Then she'll say, "This is why I can't talk to you. You so mean." She'll criticize you. Why you make that right? Why didn't you turn there? I wish you'd have backed in instead of pulled in. Yo, will you leave me alone? Yo, do you want to drive? This is why I don't talk to you. You're so mean. Oh, you just want to sit over there and nip it. Why you chewing so loud? Why you putting so much salt? Why you putting so much this? Yo, will you leave me alone? See, I can't talk to you. That's the problem. The fake public persona. You'll notice with a lot of these people that they act far differently in public than they do in private. And so when you're interacting with them in private, you almost wish you could just like record it so people can see what they're giving you. Because in public, they don't act like that at all. They handle situations much better than that. But behind closed doors, they'll fly off the handle real quick. They're very charming in public. And because they're charming, it makes you dismiss their partner's claims, right? Because he can't be that way. I know him personally. I know her. She ain't like that. But you don't see how they act in domestic cases, how they get what they want in a relationship. Okay, you don't get to see all of that. In public, people typically know how to act. So um, a narcissist will carefully curate their public image to be a kinder version, a more generous or loving version of themselves, which makes it more difficult to believe for people to believe the things that they're doing. Okay. Now, a person may not be doing that because they're trying to lie about who they are. They may care about their reputation. So behind closed doors, they may cuss you out and treat you exactly how they want to treat you or say what they want to say. But in front of people, they have to think about how others will receive it, their reputation, the future. So it may come off as fake, but typically they're calculated. Either way, to make you feel confused. So, for instance, loving their image but not caring about their household. A male narcissist. He may post pictures of you together with captions like "I love my queen," even though behind closed doors he's actually verbally abusing you and treating you like shit. But to everybody else, when he step you out, he treats you like a trophy. But behind closed doors, he belittles you uh, and treats you very, very badly. Okay, a female narcissist. She plays the loving partner at your family gatherings, but she dismisses you in private. Um, in front of your family, she's high on you, right? Bragging on you. She just loves you. But you know she don't treat you like this all the time. Your family come over, she'll get up and make you a plate. Good with a smile on her face. Your family leaves, she ain't your mama. She ain't got to do nothing for you. So the things she's doing for you, you know she's putting on a show. It's not really for you. She's just putting on a show. That'll drive you crazy. Now, guys, what's some behaviors that you hate whenever you are interacting with someone? I'm talking about it's your partner, it's a friend. You're trying to talk to them about something that they slighted you in. You feel like they may have disappointed you or disrespected you in some ways. It's a difficult conversation. What's your pet peeve on how somebody might respond to you, or what's the thing that they say is a pet peeve for you? Right? I'll wait. Talk to me, fam. That's a dumb hat. Okay, your opinion. Talking to you like a child. That'll get under your skin, definitely. And I don't think anybody likes to be talked to like a child. And normally when they're doing that, Demarcus, is because they have little respect for themselves, not you. The first thing a man will say is, "Man, damn, she don't even respect me." Nah, she don't respect herself. Because number one, if you respect yourself, you'll have character to not treat anybody like that. But then if you respect reality, okay, you wouldn't treat anybody like that who's bigger than you, just because you know you could be creating a situation for yourself that puts you in harm's way. So a woman who's disrespecting a man to that degree, she has no respect for herself. It's not you who she's disrespecting. If that situation went bad and you acted in some harsh way, she wouldn't even been protecting herself. Even men know to watch their mouth, even around some men. And if he don't care about his own life. And you see these guys, they don't care, they ain't scared of nobody, right? That's a person who don't care about his own life. And a person who doesn't care about stuff like that, they typically not gonna have no decorum when it comes to respecting people and things of that nature. They're often strong on their own, but they're often disrespectful in relationships. These type of people can be go-getters. Um, they're highly dependent on themselves, but in a relationship, it can be detrimental. You understand? They have to constantly remind themselves, "This is my husband. I can't talk to him that way." At work, they may be used to doing that, delegating things like that, but they have to remind themselves that this is my spouse. This is my spouse. And I always say, if that don't come natural, don't be in it. Like if you got a man who's going to dominate you instead of ask you with a soft voice, don't do it, because he shouldn't have to. Especially if you're cooperative and you know you want to work with this man. Why is he ruling with an iron fist? Why does he have to scare you? Why does he have to make you feel like hitting or screaming is an option? Why? You should be willing to submit to him and work with him because you trust his judgment and you believe in him, not because he's mean and he yells it and he dominates you. Do you understand? So a man shouldn't want to be with a woman that he got to argue with and basically scream at to get her to cooperate. And a woman shouldn't be with a man who screams at her to cooperate without just creating a plan and talking to her like he values her. You understand? And I always say, you know when you got this type of partner because being genuine works. If you're with a partner where being genuine doesn't work, you're likely in the wrong relationship. Does that make sense? And I'll tell you what I mean. If you're in a relationship, because I always say, guys, being genuine is how you get God to answer your prayers. It's how you get reality to give you what you need. You got to be honest. You can't be, you can't lie to God. Okay. And this happens with people in the world too. We're constantly lying to God, and people are um, physical embodiments of God. So you can't go pray to God and then be genuine and then go lie to people. You're still lying to God. You have to come all the way clean if you want reality to open up for you. I often say when you're at your most vulnerable is when you're at your most powerful, and that's when the universe responds. Be honest, family. So imagine you're in a relationship. If you're with somebody who you're supposed to be with, being honest creates harmony. Being genuine creates harmony. If you're with someone that you're not supposed to be with, being honest will create chaos. Tell you what I mean. If you're with your partner and they say something that hurts your feelings, if you go, well, F you, stupid, they may say F you, but you were mad and your feelings were hurt. That's why you said F you. But why did they say F you? Because the universe works by giving you what you give it. You were dishonest. You should have said, baby, that hurt my feelings. Baby, that offended me. Baby, that made me feel unheard. That made me feel unseen. That made me feel like I wasn't beautiful to you. Why did you say that? And when you be honest, your partner can say, I'm sorry. But if you're with somebody you shouldn't be with, they'll just double down. Man, you know I was just playing. Man, stop being so sensitive. Now you just told this person the honest truth. Baby, listen, when you say that, that hurts my feelings. Can you not say that to me? Can you not play with me like that? Man, you always tripping, man. Damn, learn to take a joke. That's someone you shouldn't be with. Because you could have snapped on them for what they said to you. But instead you were genuine and said, baby, listen, that offends me. I find it disrespectful. When you're being genuine to the right people, they respond. And that's how you know. I'm telling you. I'm not giving you guys some pseudo spiritual stuff. I'm telling you literally when you don't be with somebody you can't be genuine with. If your feelings are hurt and you can't say that and you gotta cover it up to sound tough so they don't call you a pussy, you with the wrong person. Like if you're a grown man and you can't say to your wife, baby, you hurt my feelings when you said that, without her saying you a bitch or you a pussy or a weak nigga, that ain't the person you're supposed to be with. If you tell your woman, baby, that hurt me, she's supposed to say, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to hurt you. If she's not saying that, you're not with the right person. If you're with somebody, guys, there's going to be things they say to offend you. There's going to be things that they say or do to hurt you. And you got to talk to them about it. And if you don't be honest about it, and instead you be emotional about it, because being emotional is not being honest. If you get mad at what they say and you respond in anger, they may be a mirror and give you anger back, right? So if they say something you don't like and you go, man, shut up, you go, they might go, you shut up. You might feel like they should shut up because you only said shut up because they said something hurtful. But that ain't how people react. So regardless of how you feel, be angry, yet sin not. So if my spouse makes me really angry and I want to say, why are you so dumb? Even though that's what I want to say, I probably should just say, hey, baby, I'm going to explain this to you again, okay? I want to make sure you hit me clear. This is what I meant when I said that. Now, I might want to say, I'm fucking, I'm done. Take what you want to think. But if it's my spouse, guys, I got to fix that, okay? Because if I don't, it's going to linger. And this is my spouse. You can't treat them like strangers. If you don't want to deal with somebody on the outside, you don't have to, frankly. But if it's your spouse, You can't leave messes because the messes don't pick themselves up. Do you understand? So let's say your wife goes, baby, why are you so messy? You might not like how she approached you with that, right? So you might go, why you got a smart ass mouth? What you mean? But I'm not your child. What you mean why I'm so messy? But if you said, hey, babe, listen, I love taking care of you, but I also don't want to feel like you're taking advantage of me, right? I always try to remind you to put your stuff back in the kitchen as you get up, but you leave that cup right there every time. It makes me feel like you don't value me. It makes me feel like you think I'm your personal slave, and I am your wife. I do want to take care of you, but some things make me feel used. He should say, "Baby, I understand." If he go, "Man, you always whining. It's just a cup. It's just that. It's just this." Does that make sense? Yes, I always tell my partner, just tell me the truth and let me deal with it instead of lying, because I respect honesty more. Absolutely. You should be able to be vulnerable with your partner because they ultimately should care about how you feel, how they're making you feel, right? It's not about right and wrong. So if you come to if your man comes to you, right, and he says, listen, baby, I love taking care of you. Okay, I do. It makes me feel like a man. I enjoy giving you as much as I can. But when you spend money off the credit cards without telling me, it makes me feel used. It makes me feel like you don't respect the work I put into this family because I'm the one that got to pay that money back. And you're doing it without me knowing. It's like you don't care about our budget or anything. Can you start talking to me before you spend this? I want you to have the cards because I don't want you to be out here stranded if you need anything. So I want to trust you with the card. But if you're gonna make any purchases over but a such and such amount, I need you to tell me. Now, he could have came at you and been like, yo, it ain't your money. Right? I'm not your personal bank. I'm not your father now. I'm your husband. You got to talk to me before you spend, but don't just use my money. That might be what he want to say because he could be pretty pissed that she just spent this money. But instead, let me go talk to him. You can't go into it hot like you want to go into it. You have to control your emotions because it's not your emotions that get what you want from the universe. It's your request. It's your honesty. It's your vulnerability. So when you guys are, let's say you guys who believe in a God, okay, a God outside of yourselves. When you guys get ready to pray to God, you don't go to God and lie. If you're lonely and you want to find a husband or a wife, you want a partner, you go to God and say, God, please send me a spouse. Please send me a husband. Um, please send me somebody I can build with, right? But then out here you get in front of people, I don't need a man. Shit, I can go out here and get a woman any day of the week. What the fuck I need with a wife? I'm good on that. Really, you lonely and you want to share your life with somebody. And to God, you're saying, God, please help make my dreams come true. Please, God, help me um, and enlarge my territory. But you step out here to people and show off and act like you got everything. Why would God bless you when you're a liar? Like, really think about this. It's like saying you want something but not doing the action to get it. You're a liar. You're never going to have it. I want to be in shape. Okay. Until you get up and get in shape, you'll never be in shape. You're lying to God. Thou shalt not want. You saying you want to get in shape doesn't get you in shape, does it? What gets you in shape? Training. So wanting to get in shape looks like what? Training. Not it doesn't look like saying I want to get in shape. So if you tell your spouse, hey babe, I really want to work on our relationship. I really want to make sure I acknowledge you more. I really want to make sure that I make you feel, I go out of my way to make you feel special. I really want to make sure that we get our relationship back on the right track. These are just words. You're actually not doing it yet. And so what it's supposed to look like is action, truly vulnerability to God. Don't say it, do it. Schedule that picnic. Don't say, baby, I really want to start doing better. Just do it. Actions first. And I'm telling you guys, you say, how do I know I have the right partner? If you cannot be vulnerable and honest with your partner, you don't have the right person. Okay? Again, if you cannot be genuine and honest and vulnerable, if you cannot go to God with a contrite heart, because your spouse is a reflection of God, your spouse is a reflection of the universe. God said, come to him with a contrite heart, a sincere heart. Don't ask for something you don't want, and don't want something and not ask for it. For you have not because you ask not, and thou shalt not want for anything. Want is a bad word. We don't want over here. We do. The moment you say I want, you've created the reality in which where you want. You created the state of lacking. I want this. So in reality, you want this. This is why people instead say,